I'd like to call to order the Plan Commission meeting for November 8th, 2023. May we have a roll call, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Here.
Commissioner Curry,
Here.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Here.
Commissioner Jablonski is absent, Commissioner Cernovich,
Here.
Commissioner Willoughby is absent, Commissioner Fiasconi is absent, Commissioner Moore is absent, and Chairman Cashman.
Here. Next, we have public comment for non-agenda items. Anyone have a non-agenda item they'd like to speak on? Seeing none, I think Bethany may have.
I have a quick update for everyone. If you remember at the last Plan Commission meeting, I did an announcement on our memorial building campaign. So I'm going to provide a quick update. To date, we've received over $50,000 in donations from families, residents, and local businesses for our 150th memorial building campaign. That's a great success so far. Staff and board members are finalizing the plaza project details and plans, and the village's goal is to break ground first thing in the spring on this project. As we approach the holiday season, we are reminded that the village lawn and memorial buildings serve as the centerpiece of our village, and this area is used for many purposes, including our Christmas walk and Christmas lighting, which is going to take place on December 1st. This space obviously touches all residents, families, businesses, commissioners, and board members. So please join the village and be part of this project. More information is available on our website, and all donations are tax deductible, which is good for the end of the year. So thank you.
Thanks, Bethany. Next order of business are approval of our minutes from our October 11th meeting. Do the commissioners have any suggested revisions or additions?
Is this where I can say the revision is, I am not Troy?
Yes,
Well,
so we'll have that for both the findings as well,
Yeah.
and we'll make
In the
that.
findings, okay.
So we found this is actually for the findings as well, and we'll make that correction subject to your approval for the Vine Street station. We had a typo in the transcript for the public hearing. It will be reflected to say Cynthia Curry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the minutes for October 11th, 2023 meeting as submitted with that change?
Krillenberger, so motions.
Do I have a second?
Cernovich, second?
Roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Aye. Our next order of business are findings and recommendations. We have two this evening. The first is case A-38-2022, Vine Street Station. Plan development detail plan, exterior appearance and site plan review, a map amendment, tentative and final plat of subdivision, and sign permit review for development of 12 age-restricted lifestyle housing units within an existing building at 125 South Vine Street. Do I have any requested revisions or additions to the findings or recommendations? Which I believe that was it in the finding recommendations? No.
The transcript this is the one where
Yeah.
the transcript was attached as well.
So we'll make that change.
So we'll get the same transcript updated for both of them.
Anything else, commissioners?
None.
Do I have a motion to approve the findings and recommendations for case A-38-2022 as submitted with that revision?
Motion to approve, Curry?
Do I have a second?
Second. Harlow?
Roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Aye. Our next findings and recommendations is case A-28-2023 for 102 West Chicago Avenue, Fuller's Car Wash, exterior appearance and site plan review to allow for the installation of a brick wall and bollards at 102 West Chicago Avenue in the B1 Community Business District. Do the commissioners have any requested revisions or additions to those findings and recommendations?
No.
Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve them as submitted?
Krillenberger, so motions.
Second, Curry?
Just quick on that.
I'm not
Wow.
gonna beat you.
You're close.
You're not gonna deal with that.
Have a roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Our next is sign permit reviews. We have three this evening. The first is case A-30-2023, sign for 33 East First Street, Frederick Lynn, installation of one wall sign. Good evening.
Good evening. My name's Alex Perry. I'm with Right Way Signs, here to represent Frederick Lynn. We are proposing a HDU, high-density urethane backer that looks like a sandblasted wood, something that will hold up better over time with non-illuminated pin-mounted lettering.
Do the commissioners have any questions or comments?
Is that actual wood, or is it a more weather?
It's more like
resistant product?
they call it HDU, sign foam. It's like a foam, but it's more dense, and we sandblast it to make it look like wood, and it lasts pretty much forever. Whereas wood, cedar that we would traditionally use would rot over time.
Right. And then, sorry, one other question. Will Frederick Lynn have their name on the door so that it's obvious that you use that door to go up to the second floor?
That's a great. We're not contracted to do that part, but I don't know, Bethany, if you've.
As of right now, they've told
It's
us
not
there's no
submitted.
permanent signage.
Okay,
If they do
have
signage
to come
under
back.
1 square foot, it's exempt, so they'd be allowed to do that. Anything else would have to come back to you guys.
okay. Okay.
Is that that?
I had a question about the height of the lettering.
Yes.
Can you, I think I saw it in here, but I wanted to verify.
The height off the ground or the?
Oh, no, the height of the
Of the
actual
letters
letters.
themselves.
So yeah.
They
So
look quite large, but I was just,
so they're 12 inch. The highest, the F is a little bit taller than the rest. It's 12 inches.
the F is 12 inches
Yeah,
tall.
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And I know that there was a little bit of a concern about whoever does come into the first floor, where their lettering might be. I mean, are they forced to be on the window then?
I think Monday's meeting that was to be addressed at the time, right?
Yes, for what we know, at least on the staff level, there is no plan right now until that future tenant comes in. So
Okay.
it could be on the window, or it could be, they'd have to amend their plan, and either way, it'll come back before you.
Okay. Wouldn't the landlord, that would be more of a landlord-tenant issue, right, rather than a village issue?
Yes. But you
I
guys
mean, it
would
would
be
still have to
reviewing
If
go
there's
it.
back to
signage,
the
that has to
village.
come back to us.
Yes.
Right.
But they'll have to work it out ahead of
Because
time.
this has happened before where we have one tenant or one person and they come back and change 2 signs or 1 sign.
It is, it's just, it obviously reads as though this is all Frederick Lynn. It'll be interesting to see how they'll handle that when the time comes. And I saw that the lamps, though that's not shown here, they are black,
Right.
the goosenecks, okay. That's all the questions I
Okay,
have.
thank you.
Thanks, Cynthia. Jim?
What does Frederick Lynn do?
I'm not sure. My sales
Yeah, I think it
representative
was
is
High End
handling.
Taylor.
Yeah.
High-end tailoring.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, the village code,
You'll be there.
yeah, sure. Prescribes that the sign has to be consistent with what the company does, and it's unclear. So,
Yeah.
as long as they're not selling,
Come up with
Lynn's, I
something good.
guess. Yeah.
Great. Julie?
Will there be any window signage?
As of right now, we haven't been contracted to do any of that, but I'm sure if they want to do the exempt under what was it, under 1 square foot or?
Yep.
Yeah. They would, assuming they'll probably do that, but if there's anything else, we'll have to go back for permits, so.
Has there been any discussion of like, where the entrance is to the building? Because it's off to the side, right?
Yeah,
Well, it's just to the right of the front door.
It's just to the right of the front door?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it in
Yeah,
the flood.
it's here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought it was more off to the side. I'd watched the HPC meeting.
Yeah.
There's 2 doors.
Oh, there it is, okay.
yeah. I'm sure they'll do something to obviously acknowledge where their entrance is, and we'll make the recommendation to do something that's small so that they don't, have to come back for a permit or do anything kind of
And there won't
lavish.
be any signage in the back?
At this time, this is the only one. And we've been having this discussion with them for quite a few months now, so I think
Okay.
that they've exhausted all their options here.
Options,
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I think it looks great.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to seeing it finished. Commissioners, any other discussion, questions?
None?
Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve case A-30, 2023 for 33 East First Street as submitted?
Krillenberger, so motions.
I'm late again.
Well, you can second it.
I'll just be quiet.
were
Second
waiting.
Cernovich.
All right.
Yeah,
You're on the record. May I have a roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Killenberger,
Aye,
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Aye.
looks great.
All right, thank you very
Tim, you
much.
try to do like pirate eyes? It was sounding pretty good.
Yeah.
I invite you all to join me.
I know, that's very good. Our next is case A-33, 2023, sign permit review for 114 South Washington Street. Is it Miso or Miso?
K Miso.
Miso? Installation of one wall sign. Is there someone here representing the applicant?
They do
Seeing
not
none?
appear to be here.
Do the commissioners have any comments on this application?
Can we do it without anybody here?
Sure.
Good. A lot of excitement in the neighborhood about this coming in.
And I believe they opened yesterday.
Yeah, it's
Great.
busy tonight.
Maybe that's why they're
Oh,
not
is that
here
right?
today.
Yeah.
That's probably why, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
right.
I
busy.
think we figured it out.
Plan commission meeting or somebody else on
Or
the floor?
selling food, yeah.
Yeah.
They get there.
Yeah, I have no comments. I don't want to.
It's glad to see someone move in there.
Yeah, the landlord was very displeased as to how the last tenant left, apparently.
Oh, really?
It's like breaking up.
Nothing.
Can I-
Oh, I'm
Sure.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead,
My only
please.
question was the exterior lights, which I think look very nice, but when I looked at the drawings, there's no lights. I don't remember us approving the lights. They're nice looking, but did they have to ask us about the lights?
I don't believe this has any exterior lights. These are gonna be halo lit.
No, there's like two, like
No,
coach
they're one
lights.
on either side of the, see, there's nothing there.
They look like they're gas.
Yeah. We'll work with them on that.
I mean, they're
Maybe
nice
yes.
looking, but
On
I,
either side of
all
the
of a sudden,
door.
and they are there.
So there was
I
something
just didn't know
there.
if they had to ask us to do that.
We noticed it tonight. Please,
So you can see, yeah, oh, look at this.
Well, it says existing 120 volt line.
that's,
Well, that's just the line.
Were those there originally?
Yeah, I don't think they were there
don't think so.
originally.
I don't remember.
Well, Bethany,
any
if you can just
gas
look into
light.
that
I'll
with
look
Rob.
into that.
But do you have an objection to it, or is
No, I
that
think
just
it
an
looks nice,
observation?
Yeah.
that was more of a curious, did we approve that, did we have to approve that?
Was it there for the previous? applicant?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay.
They're not.
I'll double
I'm-
check. They
I'm looking
repainted
on-
the facade,
Oh,
so
are you
I
looking at
can't quite
sauce?
remember.
Yeah, they wasn't there for sauce, or what was that? Yes.
You have an archive of signs?
Yeah,
No, I looked,
she's
just
in
go
really
back
maps.
to-
on her to watch
I
out.
looked on maps,
Yeah, like street view.
and then there's the little street view that comes up,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can just see it.
Is there anything there?
No, there's not.
Okay.
And they're
Yeah, you
nice,
can-
but I
you
know
can see
we always
in-
had to ask.
They hadn't been installed
Well, it's
yet
part-
in this first photo.
Yeah, in the
so
second
must
one
be-
they-
And the second one,
They must be
They
quite
just went in.
recent.
surprise.
Okay.
Does anyone have any objections to those lights?
No, I think they look nice.
Okay.
Okay. Can we have a motion to approve as submitted?
Julie?
Motion to approve.
All right,
Thank
a
you.
second.
Second, Harlow.
Laurel. Roll call vote, please, Bethany?
And that second was Commissioner Harlow.
Harlow.
Yes.
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
I would have been called out.
No, I liked it. Thank you.
Should've done that for the Halloween, the
I
October
know,
one you
it's a
needed
little
to do.
Halloween
Yeah.
hangover. Our next is case A-38, 2023, sign permit review for 32 East First Street for Rush University Medical Center, installation of one wall sign.
Hi, good evening. Jim
Hi.
Griffin with the law firm of Shane Banks here on behalf of Rush Hinsdale.
Welcome.
Thank you for allowing us to be here. This is a wall sign permit for a second floor tenant. Rush is taking about 8,200 square feet, which is over 80% of the second floor of the building. There is no exclusive direct access to the second floor, and so that necessitates being here and obtaining special approval from you in order to have this sign. This is a wall sign that does otherwise meet the code requirements as far as its size, illumination, and maximum of 3 colors. This will be an important sign to direct Rush patients that this is their location where they'll be receiving services. This project is currently under interior construction right now. The village has already issued building permits for us, and we'd like to have this sign be able to be constructed and as part of that project. So we've also designed the sign in a way that we believe is consistent with the other wall signs that are currently on the building for other tenants. We do have representatives of Rush here tonight, as well as the sign company, as well as the project architect. So if you have any questions, we have a full team here to answer. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Julie, questions, comments?
I am not a fan of the lighting of the signs, and years ago when FedEx came in, I was a nay vote. I don't think it belongs in a historic district, even though this is technically not the historic district. It's adjacent to it. And I also feel that the letters are too tall. Yeah, it's kind of too much of like city vibes in our quaint historic downtown. So I was wondering if you had any other options, or if this is your only plan.
Well, I mean, this is our plan right now. We do want to illuminate the sign, especially for, patients that are coming, depending on the time of year, especially now in the wintertime, early, late evening, early morning. It is consistent with what's there already on several other signs. There's the FedEx sign, and so I don't think from that perspective it creates anything that's not, any scenario that's not already there. Because due to the existing signs on that. This is not, in the historic district itself, although according to the staff report, this has been traditionally, the improvements to this building have traditionally been reviewed by the historic committee. So we did design it. It's consistent with the Verizon sign, the FedEx sign, and others. As far as what the policy was of the village, I'm not able to say that, but we did try to make it seem with it, at least for that building, that it would fit within the existing signs that were there. I don't know, do you have anything you want to add, Shannon? Okay.
Okay, I feel it doesn't, and you have this on your letter too. I think it does impact the character of that section of the downtown, even though that building does have other signage like that. I've never been a fan of the signage on that building. I just feel that it's too urban for our little downtown.
Anything else?
That's all for now.
Jim?
I think it looks great. And just confirming, your letter, or the letter to whom it may concern, says reproductive endocrinology and infertility care. Is that it also says primary and specialty care. What are you going to do there?
All of those.
Okay, great. I have no comments.
Thanks, Jim. Cynthia?
I'm with Julie. I'm not a fan of the lighting of it, but I more so do not like the size of the lettering. They're 28 inches tall, I think. I think that's the largest lettering of anything we have between Fuller's and the group we had here this evening, which I think was, he said, 12 inches tall. Just the look of the building to me with letters 28 inches tall looks like it's a hospital. Now, I know you're doing things like a hospital, but this really looks like a hospital in our downtown area, so I'm not a fan of the size at all. Had you thought about making it a little smaller? Make it fit in the downtown area a little more? I mean, people certainly can see it's Rush.
Well, I think certainly if the interior of the building was laid out differently, we had an exclusive entrance, then we could put this 25-foot square sign up without any special permission. So I think we wanted to stay within that requirement, but we also wanted to make it visible. This is going to be a medical office building. It is going to create a lot of daytime, not a lot, but more daytime traffic than perhaps some other uses might, which I think is to the village's benefit, actually, to drive some daytime traffic to the downtown area. And so, but we want to make it visible for the patients that are coming to the facility, you know, especially those that are coming for the first time and, you know, can locate it. And frankly, we also want to make sure that people know that Rush is here present in the village. We think this is a tremendous place to have this office and to be, you know, near the customer, client, patient base that they have. And so, you know, that was the thinking behind the sign.
And I think everything you're saying makes sense, but I don't think you need 28-inch letters to do that, quite frankly. And just knowing, again, what's across the street and what's next to us. People know if they're coming there, they know they're coming to the building that says Rush, so I don't
Yeah,
think you need it that big.
And it could probably be made, the letters could probably be made smaller. I don't know.
What if it was reduced so it matched the height of the Verizon sign to the left? Because the Verizon sign is probably about 24 inches.
Yeah, and visual comfort is so much smaller, and they're
Sorry,
very evident that's visual comfort.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sung with TFA Sign Company. I do have other tenant sizes to share with you. The Verizon's sign height is 24 inch. The Red E is 31. And then the FedEx is 17. And Circa Lighting is 21 from what we had in the past.
Sorry, could you say those again? Verizon is 24?
24.
24 total height.
Uh-huh.
Red E, 31 inch. FedEx, 17. And then Circa, 20 and quarter.
And I appreciate that. The Ready is big. I noticed it for the first time, how big it is. However, it's not lighted. It seems to match the brick. It seems to go away. I didn't vote on that sign, but I just, again, the look, the style of this building with your letters that big with the logo, to me, it looks like I have a hospital downtown. I would like to ask that you reduce the size of the letters. I don't know if anybody else feels that way.
No, I support that. I think if the letters could be smaller.
If we were to reduce them to,
Do you mind going to the microphone?
Oh, yeah, just so people can hear it.
Yes, sorry. Shannon Pietek with Rush. If we were to reduce them to like 24 inches, would that be satisfactory, or did you have a certain height kind of in mind, hearing what those other signs are on the building?
How tall is Verizon?
24.
24
I'm not crazy
total
about
height.
Verizon. I wish you could bring it down a little more than that. I wish I could rip that one off.
Yeah, but that's a nice precedent.
You can't.
No, I know you can't. Yeah, what did you say visual comfort was?
Circa. That's
I'm
20.
sorry, it's
Circa.
Circa
isn't it
Lighting.
visual comfort now they call it?
They changed their name.
Oh,
Yeah,
did they?
it's visual comfort now.
So-
It's
okay.
small, and you
Behind.
see it. You know, it doesn't have to be in your
They're in a
face.
different
Yeah,
situation
but they
though,
have a-
because they're
I
on the
mean,
second
The
floor.
whole thing glows. They have a million light fixtures.
Inside in the
I
I
window.
don't think they need as much signage.
Sure,
It's obvious
sure.
what they are.
Sure.
They're on a second floor.
So the reason why I would like to propose a taller sign, the Rush logo is very skinny, so the production parameters is kind of difficult for a sign company. So the bigger we can get is the LEDs can fit in the can for it to light up.
Could it be reduced to 24 high?
That might be challenging.
Because right now it's at 28.
28.
Yeah.
It's within village code already?
Yeah, it needs to.
28?
It is, well, it's within village code, subject to the plan commission approving them to have it, because they need the extra modification approval from the plan commission to allow for a wall sign for a second floor tenant that does not have direct access.
Understood.
So it's
This-
within your purview to approve it, but they have to ask for an additional request. The 25 square feet is which is the amount that generally a first floor tenant would get. But you guys are correct. When I did some calculations, I only did the square footage. I don't have all the dimensions with me, but this would be the largest wall sign on the building.
Can you squish it? Sure you can.
4 inches, give us 4 inches.
It's a corporate logo, so I don't want to get like a big pushback from.
Tinsdale.
Yeah, I mean, we've changed
We love
corporate
having you
logos.
here.
We've done it with
Abatis had to change their
yes,
entire
Abatis.
color schemes.
Could we ask for 26? 24, I tried, it was, the LEDs wouldn't fit as
That's
tight.
a nice compromise.
I don't think 2 inches makes that much difference. I mean, 24 seems it would be a
But then the letters
nicer-
would get smaller too.
Yeah, I'm a fan of proportion too.
That if you reduce the letters down and the logo down, so the letters would get smaller too.
Right, right, but both of the, you're not suggesting that the logo would be 26 and the letters would be 24? They have to maintain the same?
No,
it's-
they,
No,
the
letters
are
whole,
both
the
thing.
whole sign
It
would,
get
has to be the
smaller.
Yeah.
whole.
So the letters would be like 24.
yeah,
and
the letters then would,
26.
be proportionally smaller as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Because
think
right
then-
now, the logo is the
largest
largest portion of the sign.
Correct.
So as that gets smaller, we'd also make the letters proportionately smaller, just to maintain the Rush logo, which is consistent of the proportion of the logo
Between
to the letters.
So you're saying that the logo would be the 26, but proportionally, what would the letters would be?
24.
Well, it's.
They'd be 24, they'd still be
It's just like
26.
shrinking a photograph on your iPhone.
Right,
The whole thing gets smaller.
right.
So
The
if
letters were 26.
everything goes to
So it's
26,
smaller.
it'll get shorter, it'll get less wide.
Right, right.
So
But
that
the
seems like a
letters are
nice
still
thing.
gonna be 26.
No, they'd be shorter.
They would be shorter.
Yeah, because like you're saying, if you scale it all down, it's going to get smaller.
Well, it's the
Is it-
logo is
Because
at the
it's
top of
still-
the letter.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the
it's
logo's
at the top.
28, the letters are 26.
Would like to keep
Oh,
it
it is
So
not really,
if
so it's a
the logo is at 26, the letters are probably going to be 24.
24.
Oh, that
Which
works.
would then
That
match
works for
the
me.
Verizon sign.
That would work
Oh,
for me.
is that the,
I
oh,
was-
I think that's.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, there's a point where this building's different. You know, it looks, to me, I've always thought this building's like Disneyland. I mean, it's not a historic looking building.
Yes.
You know, it's a fake building. So, we have FedEx, we have Verizon, we have Brad.
And we have, for good or bad, established a precedent.
Yeah,
So,
and to make it smaller. And we have other,
Yeah.
in the historic district, we have illuminated signs like this also.
And I'd love to have Russian too.
You know, our review process is constantly changing in this town, and our signage review has also changed over time. The Historic Preservation Commission never even reviewed stuff in the historic district that we reviewed.
It
That's-
should have been, yeah.
Yeah,
they
they
should've
did it
been.
for the
You're right.
longest time. It's kind of
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
so I have a different question.
Sure.
Where are all of these people gonna park?
Yeah, so we do have dedicated spaces in the back of the building.
Okay.
Off of First Street.
Mhm.
And so between that and then the municipal lot, that is where
Right next to it.
where the middle school is.
Mhm.
And then a combination with,
Street parking.
street parking.
So are you planning to put a sign on the back of the building also?
No,
No, based on the ordinance, we're only allowed one additional wall sign, and we wanted to have that on First Street as, so more people could
Drive
acclimate
past it.
where it is.
Right.
And then, once they've found parking in the back, the door that they enter is in the center of the building, and it's a glass entryway
Right,
to the vestibule.
okay.
there's a lot of space back there.
Yeah,
Parking spaces. Like I
There
always
are a
park
lot
there
of
for
parking
FedEx
spaces.
and
Right,
FedEx, people come and go, 4 cars at a time maybe.
yeah,
And then the rest are always empty.
yeah.
This is why we built the
But
parking
there-
garage.
And a parking garage is,
There is some identification on those buildings back there so that you know,
actually,
know,
there's
this
one
is-
actually, none of the tenants have signage on the back of the building.
Yeah.
I thought they used to too, but I don't
I
think there is.
just drove
I thought
through
so
there
too.
this evening and I thought that maybe it's just kind of very discreet, unofficial.
feel like employees only kind of stuff. Because everyone comes in the front, like Verizon,
Yeah,
the
There-
lighting
yeah.
store.
okay.
There may be some like window graphics in
Yeah,
a few,
but
but there's
That's-
definitely
I
no.
think that's what I'm thinking
Yeah, there's
that I
definitely
saw.
no signage
There's
like
no
mounted
big-
to the wall.
Right, there's
on
no
the back
big
of the
signage
building.
back there, but there's window graphics.
I think when we did
Okay.
the lighting, that they did a lot of window signage,
Uh-huh.
small stuff like that.
And is that okay? Is window signage back there
If it complies with the code. you know.
okay?
I
Okay,
can follow up on that.
Yeah.
okay,
We can definitely reduce it by 2 inches. That we know.
okay.
Okay.
In
So
other
both the
words,
si- Both the logo and the letters?
Yes.
Okay.
so the logo would be 26 and the letters would be 24?
Yes.
Yeah.
in ratio.
Okay, yeah, that would be, I think that would work.
Can I ask one other question? How many employees will be in the building 9 to 5? How many regular, I'm thinking cars again, do you expect?
Yeah, I believe, sorry, off the top of my head, I believe it's about 25 or 30. So we will be asking those staff to use the municipal lot if possible, so that the patients have the best access, to the building, and they'll be coming and going more from the lot, so that it's
Good.
not,
So it's
we're
gonna
not, employees aren't taking up the entire lot.
There's a lot of
Correct.
cars in a
Yeah.
small town.
Yeah.
Take up space.
Exactly, so we'll be asking them to use the municipal lot, as not to fill up that parking lot.
I had a couple more questions. So you will not have any signage directing people to where to park?
No, that will come to them with their appointment, like with, when they're told about their appointment, they usually get, some information about where they'll be going. And then in the lot, because we do have, I think it's 13 spaces that are dedicated to Rush, those actually will have, right now they have the previous tenant, but those will have signage saying that they're for Rush patients, consistent with the previous tenant.
And that's allowed, Bethany, like the signage for individual parking spaces?
We don't have anything that prohibits it, but if they have, there's something called, I think it's called informational signs. They have to meet those code requirements, so I'm happy to work with them on that.
Okay, yeah,
And
we'll
make sure that
to run it by you.
they're not violating anything.
I remember years ago, there was somebody, or maybe it was the management of the building, didn't they have like an illegal sign like in the parkway?
Right,
That the
that's
village
been
had them
gone.
take down? That's been gone, okay. I just don't want to see anything like that again.
Yes.
And for your sign, like what will your hours of illumination be?
What are your hours, business hours?
They can be adjustable to any hours of business. We have a set timer for it.
What will your hours be?
Oh, the hours for the clinic?
The
Well,
hours
Oh,
before
yeah,
you-
they'll be from 8 AM to about 6 PM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think in the downtown, don't we have 8 PM for most of the signs to go off, or
I thought it was 10, but maybe
or
that's
10?
outlying.
Yeah, I think you're right, maybe
It's
just 10.
10 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be sure to set the timer to abide by all the
Okay.
regulations of the,
I
for the
think they
village.
dim rather than go off, so you still have the presence.
Oh, I don't think we do that. I think they have to go off.
Well,
Only if they face residential. I think our code's
Okay.
really it's specific about residential. This doesn't face residential, so it
Okay.
could stay on all night.
It seems to me that most of the signs are off all night
They
in the
might,
downtown.
but that's,
Most people do turn them
Yeah.
off as a courtesy.
get people out of the bar.
To get people out of there, okay.
Does Ferguson Hill use a different entrance to get up to their space? Because they appear to be in the space that's above
I thought they used the same lobby.
FedEx. Do they
Right.
use the same lobby with you?
Yeah,
Yes.
so we'll share the lobby, so the wayfinding signage at the elevator will have
Okay.
both Rush and Ferguson Hill
Okay.
shown on that directory.
Because they're using,
Okay.
what, 2,000 square feet out of the 10?
That's correct. So they
Right.
have, 2,000 square feet. And then once they get up in the elevator, there's some signage on to direct them down the corridor of that second floor.
So will they need any signage on the outside of the building?
They already
And
have
that-
something.
Do they have something?
I thought they already did. I thought that's what the packet said.
I didn't see it when I drove by.
To my knowledge, they have no signage, but I've talked to the building owner, the property manager, just in case they come forward with signage, they basically have two options. They could put up a projecting sign, a blade sign, or they can do a very small nameplate sign near the door.
Okay.
So, but they
Okay.
have not approached us.
It's a different type of business. Probably don't need signage.
Yeah, I don't think they have as much walk-through traffic, but we're happy to work with them if they want signage in the future.
Yeah.
You need a name.
You know where your money is.
Well,
We'll find these guys.
No, I was thinking about that as I read the packet and thinking if there's an enormous Rush sign up above the door, are they gonna tell their clients, oh, come into the Rush entrance and you'll, and ultimately that's their
Right, the
issue of
prerogative,
how
yeah.
to solve that, but,
Yeah, I'm always amazed, like the second story all of downtown, there's so many businesses up there that you're really not aware of.
Oh, until
It's-
you're right.
It's really the address is what gets you there. Because I mean, I went to some and I'm like, I probably walked by it 100 times, have no idea where it is. Like, okay, it's whatever on Washington Street. Oh, there it is.
My business, Value Knowledge LLC, is
Yeah.
on Washington Street. We had a sign this big.
Yeah.
and it's fine. Okay.
Yeah. I think you get an address and you find the address.
Well, I think this is exciting.
Yeah, it's great for the town.
From a standpoint of, just the amount of, well, to start with, the availability to all the local people to have a clinic like this right in town, and the amount of sort of crossover foot traffic then, you know, people go to their appointment, but then they go shopping, or they go to lunch, or, you know, what have you, is gonna be terrific for downtown, so thank you very much.
Yeah, we're very excited to bring it to downtown.
Yeah, because you have
Yeah.
your surgical center out in Oak Brook,
Yes,
north
that's
of
right.
the Drake, and now this, so it's great.
Yeah.
I had one more question. And I'm sorry, but this is such a unique building. And as you know, the location, you've got that hill there, and then you have the middle school. And one reason all my questions is kids in the middle school, their brains aren't fully developed at that age. So I'm always thinking safety first as they're walking, and cars are entering and exiting the building.
Yeah.
And even the four-way stop that's right there on First and Garfield, I mean, you wouldn't believe like how many cars like do not stop, or they aren't pedestrian friendly. So I want people to be able to find your building, but I'm also thinking of safety with the middle school kids, and especially with the traffic. You probably aren't open then, but like before the school starts or when the kids get out, it gets kind of confusing. So I do understand your need for the sign. I think you'll be a great addition to Hinsdale. I'm glad that building finally got built after all the years, so.
Yeah, it's a good observation. I mean, kind of beware, you know, there is a lot of traffic of kids. And you're right, they're talking, they're on their everythings.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know how you handle that, other than telling employees and patients to.
That's as human beings.
As human beings.
I think First in Washington is
Yeah, if
a
this
hilarious
were a-
intersection.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
I
If this
do
were
too.
an all-night bar, which we don't allow, that'd be a different story. I hope that you guys are attracting responsible.
Oh, you know,
People in need
of
of
course
technology.
they are, but I think less visual clutter for these kids who are walking or anybody else in the downtown just makes, I mean, you know, I think you understand where I'm coming from. Just not a whole lot of clutter to confuse people. So I do like your sign in front of the building. I think it's a great addition to Hinsdale. And thank you for lowering the size of the letters.
Yes. Good. Anything else, commissioners? I think it will be a great addition to the town. I go to that FedEx all the time, and I saw the construction going on upstairs, and I was wondering who was moving in there, and then I got the packet, so I was glad to see that it was rushed, so I wish you success and welcome to Hinsdale.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, do I have a motion to approve case A-38, 2023 for 32 East First Street with the condition that
Yes.
the logo would be reduced 2 inches to 26 inches, and the lettering would be reduced to 24 inches.
Do we have to say anything about the nighttime illumination, or?
No, I just said it complies with the village code, which Bethany would take care of.
So moved. Harlow?
Second?
Cernovich.
A roll call vote, please, Bethany?
Commissioner Harlow,
Aye.
Commissioner Curry,
Aye.
Commissioner Krillenberger,
Aye.
Commissioner Cernovich,
Aye.
Chairman Cashman.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Krillenberger, so motions.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you have a second to